All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 18. I'm joined once again by Coolshirt 101.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, and we've got a topic. And for once, I'm kind of excited about something in gaming again, Coolshirt. It's been quite a while.
Yeah.
So, the thing in question, if you can read in the year 2025, is the Steam machine. Steam's newest upcoming console.
You mean the GabeCube?
Yes, the GabeCube or the GameCube 2, which they can't call it that because Nintendo will absolutely destroy them. But so what is this? Coolshirt, if you want to, take this away. You're more the tech guy here than I am.
It's basically a Steam Deck, but a computer at the same time.
Yeah, that you can plug in.
It's more beefed up though. It's like 6 Steam Decks worth of computing power, basically the equivalent of like a RTX 50 or 4060 or whatever. I don't know exactly what they said, but basically like you could run it, the equivalent specs for it. It's able to run games at 4K at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, which I mean, certain quote unquote modern consoles struggle to do that nowadays. And
Indeed.
you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, obviously, PlayStation and Xbox.
Well, don't forget their
Their shit cousin,
yeah.
Nintendo.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that one.
The inbred cousin in the corner. No, but so you're probably wondering what makes this so great. What makes this so interesting is it's going to give you Steam iOS with the simplicity of a console, while it gives you access to the entirety of the Steam library as well as the Steam sales, which in my opinion are even bigger than like the library itself. The only I think, of course, you're going to be able to put your existing Steam account on there, get all your games, which I'm going to be honest with you, I'm thinking about buying 2. I really am. What do you think about this?
I'm just thinking about buying one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because like I'd like to have it just so I can access my Steam library on my TV. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And plus I can set up emulation and stuff like that as well on there.
Yeah, that's the next thing as well. I mean, this
will be the most powerful emulator ever made.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there've been some pretty great emulators, both first party.
I also saw that they're also doing like some like really crazy like software stuff with that with the VR headset.
Yeah,
with like ARM software and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're also releasing a VR headset. We'll talk about it now because this will probably be the only time we're talking about it. It's a competitor to the Oculus. Mind you, we don't know the prices of these items yet. The consensus is still out on that and how much they'll cost. But I mean, Nintendo's charging $500 for a Nintendo Switch 2 with a game. So I mean, if that's your ballpark, that's kind of, low. Xbox and PlayStation have also increased their prices to over $600 for their base consoles. Mind you, these are the ones with the discs. That is probably my only negative with this console, is that it is purely digital, But
yeah, but like, did you really expect PC players to go back to the disc days where you had to have like 12 discs to play a game?
No, definitely not. But I'm just saying, like, when I think console, I liked my physical games, but nowadays, like, most of these games are just key cards anyway. They don't even have the game on the disc.
Well, that's because the developers aren't optimizing the files.
Yeah.
And they intentionally take up as much space on your drive as possible, so that way you can't have any other games other than just Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever the hell other game you play.
Yeah. I mean, it is really disappointing. It is really sad that that's where we're at. I mean, this Steam, I almost said Steam Deck. The GabeCube is going to be upgradable. They've already come out and said that. There's going to be multiple different storage capacities. That's really how they're going to be able to get the prices so varied, And I'd assume that there's going to be some sort of way, engineered either by Steam or by somebody who's going to find, some external storage as well,
True. Well, no, not even that. They already told you on the website, they already said that you can upgrade the storage on your own.
Yeah.
They
But
have a
like,
kit for it and everything. Like
y-
you can literally like up the like SSD size like as much as you want.
yeah. Well, let's say for some odd reason you want even more than like what you could cram into the little box, because somebody took one. Like I saw somebody already take one fully apart and show like everything
Yeah, I saw
inside.
Linus Tech Tips do that already.
Yeah. So it's the only thing I'm not really sold on so far is the controller, but that's fine because since it's running the Steam operating system, you can use
Whatever
almost any
controller you
other
want.
controller you want, as
Yep.
well as Steam. I just found this out because I had to reconfigure my controller. Has its own like layout to where you can completely customize a controller just for Steam, and that that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoy that.
I honestly like the new controller. I think I actually thinking about buying one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get one just to see what it's like. But I'm always in the market for like a new controller because I'm still very much a fan of the Xbox One era controller, and
Fair.
I upgraded to the Elite a long time ago, about 10 years ago now, and
Yeah.
it's the flaws that controller has are still apparent. The little like bumpers on top, it's just a thin strip of plastic and they'll break on you like you wouldn't believe. And then you've got stick drift, which is always going to be an issue on these products because of just quality control be fucking damned. And they've increased the prices.
You're telling me they have quality control?
I don't know. I don't know what the Chinese factory level of quality control is, but it seems to only be getting worse, you know? So there's that. I've been looking into like new controllers and things like that for my setup because like I have an Xbox. It's like a Razer offshoot Xbox controller that I picked up for like $60. It has like back paddles and everything, but it's not doing it for me, you know? And I mean I actually know I have a friend who when they game on PC, they actually use a game like an upgraded GameCube controller, like a third party. Is that how you describe something? It's not like a knockoff thing. It's not Nintendo, but it's
Third party would be the right word for it.
yeah. And you can use just having that level of flexibility on what is going to probably be the most clean looking dashboard that we've seen since probably the Xbox 360. And I don't mean what it is now, but like I wouldn't say the blades. You know what I'm talking about when I say the blades dashboard, right?
Not really.
So when the original Xbox, like the 360 launched, how it kind of had like a book kind of thing where you could see everything and it kind of flipped through.
Yeah.
That's called the blades dashboard. The only reason I know that is because it's apparently like most of those like most of the Xbox 360s that have those dashboards are gone because of the updates. So if you apparently there's collectors out there that'll pay a shit ton of money for a 360 with that specific dashboard. Nostalgia is
Really?
one hell of a drug.
Interesting.
And
I might be able to cash in some cash for that.
yeah, there's a little known fact. There's also the matter of like, oh well, Fire, why are you buying two? Well, my sister kind of games in her free time. She's very casual with it. She plays like Mario Party and things like that. And she wanted to buy the Switch too because she wanted the new Mario Kart. She wanted the new Mario Party. I told them not to buy it. I would advocate and tell everyone here, do not buy a Switch 2. It's not worth the money. The games are not there. This new console, on the other hand, is something that like honestly I could give to her and be like, hey, look, you'll have even more games if you want to experiment with something else in the future. She's into stuff like Animal Crossing. She's into Mario Party, games like that. They're not really made in outside of Nintendo as much, other than I think there's like that Hello Kitty game that kind of emulates it, which you'll have access to on Steam.
I think so, right? Isn't there?
I think so. I haven't gotten around to playing it because I have this thing called, you know, a penis.
I thought you cut that off.
No. I'm not in one of the states that permits that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
But
good for you.
congratulations.
Congratulations for nothing.
Oh, right here, I should just put the nice car. I'm gonna cut that out. Put it in. Either way, so with this, I mean, my only negatives really the controller. It looks weird. I need to get it. Like I want to feel it in hand because I didn't really like the old Steam controller. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of weird.
Well, the old one was weird, but it also was kind of innovative because it allowed you to play mouse and keyboard games on a controller.
Yeah,
But so does this one.
yeah. I mean, so
Have
this
you
is.
used a Steam Deck before?
Yeah, I actually just recently bought a Steam Deck, and I know that it has the little pads on the bottom. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The games I play on my Steam Deck don't really use those kinds of controls. Or it's not that they don't use it; it's just that I don't need them. You know?
I'm guessing you've never got a desktop mode on your Steam Deck.
No, I have not. My
Well, yeah, I mean, it allows you to interact a little easier on there. Overall, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's basically just took the Steam Deck and slapped the two sides of it onto a controller.
yeah, I mean, for the people that want it, I think it's great. It's the same thing with like people that prefer the PlayStation controllers. I don't get it, but hey, to each their own, you know?
I fucking hate the PlayStation controllers.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I don't get having the two buttons like right or the thumbsticks like right next to each other. Like I'm holding my phone right now and putting my two thumbs
I
like
think you just had to you had to grow up with it, I guess.
But
I've played games with it.
I did though. Like I mean I own a PS2. It just wasn't my cup of tea, I suppose.
Guess not.
Yeah.
I mean, a PlayStation 2 controller, I prefer PS2 over like PS4. I mean, they're basically the same.
Yeah. Button layouts are the same. It's maybe a little more bulky. But either way, I'm so happy that this is like I really want this thing to succeed. One, because it looks really cool, and two, I'm hoping that it actually it forces other companies to truly innovate and expand their console offerings.
I hope you don't mean Nintendo. Of course, they're not going to.
No. Nintendo is in the middle of their 2010-2015 arc right now. Okay, so they won't catch up to this for another like 10 years. Okay, we've still got to wait for them to get through the we're selling you an entertainment system, not a video game console arc. You know?
Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah, because Nintendo is always like 10 years behind, both in terms of their practices and their hardware. Though then,
as far as the features they're implementing with the Switch too, they're like 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
wow, you know that shit you had on your Xbox 360? What if we added that to the Switch?
I mean, to be honest, most of that was just the Xbox One as well, you know?
Wow, the Xbox One. We don't have games for this console, but we sure as hell have TV shit for it.
Yeah, exactly. First, we sell them a console with no stand. Then we sell them a console with no games. You know where that's from? Nice. But either way, that's what I'm hoping for, because I'm going to be honest with you. Xbox is dropping the ball, but I'd argue that the issue with the Xbox console isn't really the console itself. It's the business practices and the quality of games. I don't interact with PlayStation 5, but I've heard that it's much of the same.
I mean, everyone I know who has a PlayStation 5 is like, damn, wish I had a game to play on here.
Yeah. They'll have campaign evolved.
Last of Us 2, what? I'm sorry, remastered Last of Us 2, what?
An Astrobot, one game of the year.
Yeah, I wonder how many people played it that year.
I know one person that played that game.
I don't know anybody who played that game.
And the way they described it was, this is an over-glorified tech demo that somehow won Game of the Year. Like, that's something that, when you think tech demo, it's like, man, Wii Sports, you know? Do you imagine Wii Sports winning Game of the Year?
It should have.
Fuck, you're not wrong.
I mean, it should have that year.
You're not wrong.
I don't know what Game of the Year that year, but it should have.
Look it up real quick. What won Game of the Year for 2006 or 2007? And
Google it.
Yeah. So no, because all of those things, like all of those consoles, have the innovations there. The problem is the lack of hardware on it, as well as the prices.
Super Mario Galaxy and BioShock 1.
I don't think it should have won Game of the Year.
Wait. Never mind. What was the number one game in 2007? Wii Sports.
Was it really?
With Halo 3 being right behind it.
Oh, yeah, dude, there was some heavy hitters in 2007.
Yeah, dude, totally different year.
Yeah, dude, totally different era, man. It's just,
You had to be there.
You really did have to be there. Great year for games. I remember like begging both my mom and dad for Halo 3 back in 07. But nowadays, you can just play that on MCC and feel cheated because
it's not the same.
Yeah,
experience.
and feel cheated because, you know, games should be this quality and they're not. And even then, if you're going to play it on the GabeCube, it's a 343 mismatch and it's not as good as the original. Either way, the next thing and kind of the final thing we want to talk about, I say but we, is I don't think you've heard about this before. I told you while we were talking a little beforehand. There are calls now from various groups of people.
You say that, but no, I have heard about this.
Oh, you actually have? Okay.
I've heard a lot about this information.
Yeah.
So I'm actually quite.
And there are groups of individuals online that vary from your average Twitter individual to pissed off
What is your average Twitter individual? Because I feel like there's such a difference in the I don't know, the people on there, because they all the leeches ran off to another platform.
No one ran off to Blue Sky.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
No one.
Yeah, well, no, they did, and then they went back because they saw no one was there.
Yeah,
it was like, hey, that was basically the experience.
Is anybody still here? It's just crippling silence.
It's just cricket.
Dude, no, the cricket stayed on Twitter. They have class.
You're right.
No, so it varies from your average, you know, person on Twitter who's just going to go and start complaining about, you know, anything. Hey, how you doing? And all the way up to executives from companies that honestly, they couldn't direct a fish to water if it was in the middle of the ocean. And that's just a fact. So there are now calls for governments, specifically the United States government, to look into dismantling Steam because they claim it's a monopoly. And for all of those who want the long story short, it's not. You're welcome. Have a good day. Like, follow, subscribe, do all that. But for all those that want the long explanation, this, to me, it is the epitome of how dare you deliver a better product, a much simpler product, while we can't nickel and dime individuals and charge them stupid amounts of money and trap them on a platform, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the whole reason that I have a PC right now is because of the failures of Xbox and Microsoft. I don't know if I've told the story on the channel yet, so I'll tell it now. I took a break from gaming between 2014 and 2015. And when I bought an Xbox One in 2016, I discovered what happened to Halo. And I was like, man, okay, let's see what we got. As I watched PlayStation get game after game after game after game of exclusives that I'm like, man, that looks so interesting. I would love to play that. I felt trapped on the Xbox because once you buy like a console like that, like I just started college that year. So there goes all that money. You're not going to go out and be like, I'm going to buy a whole new console, then populate my room with these games now. No, it was very much I feel stuck here. MCC didn't work at the time. It works now. It didn't work back then. Destiny 1 was a game I picked up shortly after. Loved it. Thought it was great. Minecraft for Xbox. Gears of War was going through Gears of War 4 and eventually 5, which in my opinion are nothing compared to the original trilogy and will never be able to garner as much praise as those games did. And Microsoft was just canceling games, shutting down game studios, and honestly releasing flop after flop after flop. Like you had the Mass Effect, I think it was Andromeda that came out. That game was not good.
It didn't hit.
No, it did not. And whenever I'd be like, oh man, here comes a new, because I'm a big RPG fan. I'm a big, just all kinds of RPGs. And you'd probably think to yourself, oh, well, why didn't you just buy the PlayStation? All my friends were on Xbox. And to be honest, I much prefer, once again, the Xbox style of controller. I'd also had a 360, and that was my whole deal at the time. Like, I literally played two games for the majority of the 360 lifespan, and that's Halo Reach and Minecraft. That's all you needed back then. You could slip in Call of Duty because that's actually the era when Call of Duty was at its best. So, those are probably your three titans right there.
Yeah.
But you also, during the 2016, 2015 era, Call of Duty's going down the tank. It's not as good. Quality slipping, and I kept seeing coming to PlayStation and PC, coming to PlayStation and PC, coming to PlayStation and PC, and I'm like, nah, man, I'm done with this. Then they revealed the Series X and the Series S, and I'm like, well, I have two options. I can either buy this console and be trapped on this console, because at this point, Halo 4, Halo 5 have already come out, or I can ask Coolshirt here, hey, help me build a PC. I want to get off this, and I haven't looked back. Because honestly, if you just want it for games, I think Steam is probably your best. Like, that little Steam Cube is going to be your best bet. It really will be.
Yeah, but you could also use it as a workstation.
Exactly. Because it's just a mini PC at the end of the day.
It's just running Arch Linux, which, I mean, I know it's going to be hard for some people to, use, but you could just slap Windows on there if you wanted to. But it would be more optimized to just run SteamOS.
Yeah. I mean,
for most people, it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it's for people that just want, to play games with, and they just want a console experience. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not even close. And this is why people think that Steam is a monopoly. You're going to have all these multiplayer games with no annual fee just to play the game, just to play online for a game you already paid for, You're going to save so much money, especially $30 a month Game Pass. Like, get the hell out of here. And that's not even on top of that. If you don't like the controller, get a new one.
Plus, taxes on top of that.
Yeah. And as Coolshirt was informing me, Steam wasn't the first launcher. That was, what'd you say? Was it exactly Windows what?
Well, I mean, it was like the first arbiter of games on like PC was like mostly Microsoft Store on games for Windows Live.
Yeah.
On Windows XP or not XP, Vista. Sorry.
Yeah, but there
was also on XP too. But I mean, that's but like there were still games you could download through your browser too. Like
Yeah, I mean, you also have there is competition. There's Epic Game Store. There's EA Play. Is Ubisoft still alive? They had. Yeah, okay, well, they're dead. But there is...
Well, I mean, they got bought out by Tencent. I think that their launcher still exists.
Yeah, but God knows what kind of Chinese malware that'll put on your computer nowadays.
All I remember is that when I tried to launch the Assassin's Creed 3 game on PC through their launcher, everything was like to describe the image quality, it was like a flashbang of flashing lights.
I see. Yeah.
It was beautiful. And if you launched it through GeForce Experience on my computer, for some reason, it was able to work. I don't know why.
That is the one thing that I know that scares off a lot of people from PC gaming, is it's not as simple as a console,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's going to be technical errors and whatnot, but there's such a vast community of people that play games on PC that you can look up. I know this is hard for some people, but you could just, type into a forum what issue you're having. People will either answer your question, or maybe you'll find a past conversation of somebody who had the same issue as you. And then, boom, you got your issue fixed and you can play your game.
Or you could do what I do, light the candle, flick the incense a little bit, and
smack the back of your PC.
Yep. Make it moan and let her hum. And it works. It's funny.
Sure.
It's funny. We both play Warhammer here, and for some odd reason, I play Deathwatch, and it's like I'm the equivalent of a tech priest. I really am when it comes to my computer. Nothing.
I don't know if I would call you a tech priest. No.
Oh, really? What would you say?
You're the equivalent of the orcs when it comes to your computer. You just believe that it's gonna work, and then it works.
That has happened a lot. It happened with Monster Hunter, and it happened with Space
I was
Marine
gonna
too.
say, yeah, well, not with Battlefield though.
No. There's no saving that one.
Battlefield 6, dude. Oof,
Yeah, well,
bro can't even play.
no, I can't. I'm both okay with it and absolutely torn up all at the same time.
Yeah,
No,
how much I care.
dude, you played the beta, but you didn't buy the game. You're smart.
I'm actually happy I didn't have to buy the game, to be honest.
I'm actually kind of happy that I just refunded it since it didn't work because of all the practices. Like that game just feels like a constant like fight to keep that art style intact.
The best way to describe Battlefield 6 for me was that one beta map where you would just like spawn in and then you looked up to the sky and you just saw like 12 gleaming lights from snipers and then dead instantly.
When you look into the ridge line and it's like, holy shit. Why the
snipers everywhere? It's like the Buzz Lightyear meme.
Who lit the side of this fucking cliff up with like a fucking Christmas tree right before your head gets ripped off? It's like the John Wick posters of all the guns pointed at him. No, but
you're not wrong.
The thing with Steam, getting back to this a little bit, is it comes from a place of honestly a lack of willingness to innovate, a lack of willingness to even like emulate 1/10 of what Steam does. I mean, I remember when Epic Games originally launched their launcher, everyone was pissed off about Epic Games. Everyone was like, well, why the hell would I go here? And Epic was trying to do so much to get people to switch over. They still give away like free games every month, but they don't understand that a Steam library is, a Steam library. It's not exactly.
Did you hear that Amazon games had to shut down?
Yes, I did actually.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, the more L's Amazon takes, the more humanity wins. You know, there are just certain when you get to a certain age, you realize one thing: anytime certain big businesses or the Dallas Cowboys lose, society gets a little better for a little bit longer.
Wouldn't society have improved a little bit longer since the Dallas Cowboys always lose?
No, because anytime they win, it's incredibly insufferable until they lose again. Kind of like the perpetuity of like a New England Patriot fan or like a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Oh yeah, dude. Back in high school, I used to be the biggest asshole about that. Those are stories for a different day. But no, so Epic Games came out. They launched. And it was a completely bare bones. Like there was no messaging. The profile customization was like so bare bones, and it's not even a competition. I also believe that within like the first 6 months they got hacked.
Oh, it was way quicker than that.
Yeah, it was like sometime around there.
Pretty sure it was like the first couple days.
Yeah, and they got taken offline. So that's really the main issue. It's not that Steam is a perfect product and Steam's cornered the market. It
just works and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a privately owned company
pisses them off.
Yeah.
They made their name in the gaming sphere with like Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, Dota, and a lot of these other franchises.
And the inability to count to 3.
Yeah, that too. Well, I mean, that's like their biggest success is the hype around a game that will never come out.
Yeah.
It's Half-Life 3.
Yeah. And Team Fortress 3 and fucking anything.
Dead 3.
Portal 3,
Portal, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, think about it. That's a lot of franchises that they got under their belt.
Yeah.
Like pretty like inspirational ones too. Especially Portal. A lot of people like Portal.
I love Portal.
Probably a lot of younger people don't even know what Portal is, but
Dude, I'd bet money that most fucking millennials millennials and like Gen Z and like Zoomers wouldn't be able to beat Portal.
You're not wrong.
I genuinely believe that especially Portal 2 co-op. I wonder how many people would just break down the moment that GLaDOS insults them.
They'll just start crying.
Genuinely.
I want to see like a Gen Z streamer play that.
Oh man, they're too busy.
I mean, I'm Gen Z, but like even I played that.
They're too busy playing
Portal 1 and I played Portal 2 with like my brother and whatnot. Because there was that like what was that thing called? There was like this like collection of games on the 360.
The orange box.
Yeah, it was the orange box. It had like that Portal Counter-Strike Source and some other game. What else was it? I already forgot. Was it Gary's mod? It might have been Gary's mod.
I don't remember. I never owned it.
I don't know. I had it.
It wasn't Half-Life?
It might have been Half-Life.
Yeah.
I don't think it had Half-Life though. But
No.
I know that you could get a Half-Life on Xbox though.
Yeah. You're going to finish
But
the story?
No. The
No,
story's
not at
over.
all? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
there's
as I was
exactly
saying,
the game.
continue.
The continuance is that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it? Okay. No, but, and it's funny because honestly, every single time, I'm pretty sure, because Steam completely ignored this. They don't care. They're not threatened by it. Nothing's going to happen to them. I'm sorry to all of the, keyboard warriors and, overpaid corporate shitheads that have honestly made their living destroying games for the past decade and a half. But Steam isn't going anywhere. And it's not because they're recreating the wheel or publishing the greatest games known to mankind. No, it's because they're producing the best product that we have right now. And it's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. And anytime you can knock $2 million or what's it, billion out of the CSGO market with one update, that's a win in my book.
Jesus, yeah, they destroyed the entire economy. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't really laugh too much about that. There's a bunch of dumbasses that have all their life savings in CS:GO wallets.
If you have your entire life savings in a CS:GO wallet, I really, really think you need to reevaluate your life and your life choices.
Well, they did, and
That's not reevaluating things. That's Control Alt deleting. That's Alt F4ing life.
well, I mean, that's what those people did.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it, but
No, I don't either. But it's the
But
same.
you're a dumbass if you keep your entire life savings in a fucking Steam wallet, though. Or,
I mean,
not
it's
even
the
Steam
same
wallet.
thing as Pokemon
Honestly,
cards.
Steam wallet makes more
or,
sense, to be honest.
you
You
know,
can actually use the money.
it's the same thing as keeping your entire life savings in Pokemon cards or the current one that we're watching crash and burn, pop figures.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
We've already
We talked about that
episode.
last week. Yeah.
We have an episode on how pop figures are going out of business. So
Yeah. Actually,
it's a boon to society. I think
Mhm.
getting rid of those mediocre looking figurines is honestly going to be a good thing.
as much as there's a lot of bad news, and I'm going to be honest, kind of bad right now. There's little tidbits of greatness that shine through. CS:GO economy crashed. Pop figures are finally
Our
being
economy
taken off
crashed.
shelf. No, give it a minute. It hasn't crashed yet. It's getting there.
It's getting close.
It's getting there. That one prank YouTuber got arrested.
Which one?
I forget his name. Jack Doherty, I'm pretty sure.
I thought he was just that shitty streamer that crashed his Bugatti or whatever.
I don't know his name either way.
To be fair, if he was a prank streamer or YouTuber, I didn't even know
It's the
that.
one guy that rolled up on that one dude that DoorDasher or whatever and got shot in the mall.
No idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the same dude.
Once again, no idea.
Yeah, it's better that way. To be honest, it'd probably be better if I didn't, if that was his tag, just not even to say it. But the only thing, individuals that watch this are my pet fish on repeat, so it doesn't matter. I don't know, that's really.
No, you keep saying that. That's going to be our entire audience for the rest of this go.
Hey, they appreciate the content.
I don't appreciate them.
You hurt their feelings.
Astro Train had to die for their sins.
Oh my fucking god! Not the first. He's actually no, he was the first one. No, he wasn't. He wasn't the first one. Either way, that we're not talking about that on here. I think that's about it. New little Steam box looks cool. If it is good, you'll hear us talk about it again probably.
Honestly, I say we buy it, and one of us buys it, and we give it a review.
I mean, I'll do it. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm gonna pick two up. One for me, one for my sister. So
I'm planning on picking one up myself.
yeah.
So
Look out for that in the future, definitely. I don't know if I'll pop mine open and
I will.
look into it as much. I'll definitely pop mine open to expand the memory and things of that nature at some point. But
It seems like it's really easy to work on.
yeah, that's always going to be a plus, honestly. But the only thing that could kill this thing is the price. I'm going to be real honest with you.
I'll be real here. Based on the specs, I think that they can price it reasonably.
Yeah, I mean,
I
this
think
is
they're honestly going to be the most affordable computer that you can buy on the market.
probably.
Beat out all these big companies, or even like these like pre-built computer companies.
Yeah.
Like your like iBuyPowers, or even like your like Starforge stuff as well. I feel like.
Yeah, but in my opinion, a lot of that stuff's just overpriced.
I mean, a lot of it's you're paying for the gimmick and also just like the fancy
The fancy
know.
box.
fancy box. Like
And
they
the
do those like
and the name a
collaboration
little bit.
PCs. Oh yeah, you're paying for the name 100%.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps up our episode today. I mean, I would love to hear what you all think about Steam, whether or not it's a monopoly or anything like that. If I was wrong at any point about, how, please tell me that Xbox is going to make a comeback. No one, trust me, no one would love to hear that.
Xbox fanboys, I want to hear you guys stroking your cock in the comments. I want to hear all the fucking arguments you guys got, which I know there are none, so.
And I want to hear like how it's going to come back, and especially the people that bought a Nintendo Switch 2, especially the ones that said, I'm not going to be buying one, and then they bought one. You know who you are.
Hi, Mudahar.
I want to hear why, why you think that's...
He allegedly bought a Switch 2 and said he wasn't.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. So
allegedly.
The filthy Canadian suing us.
Yeah. God, I hate Canadians.
I just hate Canada.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Exactly.
They're the ones that make it awful. Either way, on that note, thank you everyone who has watched this far. There's social media links down below.
Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Like we said, we want to hear all those rage.
Yeah, trust me, I might respond to one or two of them.
Yeah. No, we'll respond to them all. Every comment that's left in the video.
If I don't, he will.
If you spam on the comments, we'll respond to them anyways.
Yeah.
Whether it's a middle finger or not.
And on that note, thank you all for watching. Have a good one. And just so that you know, your wife is trash.